Hi, and welcome to my life in sunny Central Texas. And it has been sunny today. It was so scorching hot earlier that somebody didn't even want to have his time standing at the top of the steps sniffing the breeze. And standing at the top of the steps is important because then you're like 4.5 feet up from the ground and sniffing stuff that you might miss if you're right next to the grass and weeds. And as little as he is, that makes a difference. I don't think he remembers one of his earliest playmates. When he went to puppy training, there was a tiny Yorkie there. He was afraid of the Yorkie. He's afraid of everything. But because he was going regularly, he got used to the guy. And socialized a little bit with him. Could call it his first friend. But, cute little dog. It's the only thing he's ever met that was smaller than him. Until the daughter brought in a stray cat. That still lives here, and it's twice the size of the Chihuahua. But that's life. But I figured I'd come outside and sit with him so he could spend a few minutes. Yeah, the sun is not quite down yet. There's some... Now, it's... From where I'm at and east, the sky is cloudless. To the right, there's some of those puffball, cotton ball clouds, you know. The ones that are kind of pretty and happy, and you're looking for them when you're planning a picnic. But I'm on the south side of the house, so I'm in the shade. Loki and I just finished eating some beef hot dogs. And then he hit the freezer and got himself some ready-to-microwave, pre-cooked beef patties that are better than the you-have-to-cook-them ones that had been bought for us a while back. Yeah, for us. Someone else brought them in. And they're loaded up with soy and stuff that we're not eating. I'm like, well, there's a problem right there. I mean, besides the fact that I really don't like hamburger. I occasionally eat one, but it has to not be full of soy. I've been known to drive people up a wall when it comes to patties. Now, before I knew how much trouble all the vegetable matter was, I would occasionally order, those vegetable patties. Even learned a good recipe for making them. But I would still put bacon and cheese on them. Hi, puppy, I see you. You're safe. If you want to pee right there, you can pee right there. It's your yard. I had to trim a few of his toenails earlier. And at some point, he'll forgive me and I'll trim a few more. Chihuahua claws. But he doesn't have to dig a little den in the ground every day for having a safe place to sleep. So, not a problem. Wanted to get on and mention I did have my premiere run last night. And I saw when someone came in and they didn't talk to me. I set a video as a premiere just so I'd have a live chat. I like to interact with people. I just splashed electrolyte water around my nose and onto my shirt. Hi, puppy. A little bit on my glasses. There we go. Let's put good-looking little doggy boy on the internet. Gotta have cute dogs on the internet. He's not a puppy no more. But his energy level has been pretty good lately. Mine is improving. And as regards stroke recovery and things that haven't been performing right, my right foot, or really my whole right leg, is doing more of what I want it to do and less of what I don't want it to do. Yeah, there's less of these wild, unintended cross steps and things. And that's nice. It means I can move straighter. I move better. And besides that, I was able to chase the Chihuahua down the hallway a couple times. And he liked that. That's the high point of his day, if he can get the cat or somebody to run with him. He's not the Ferrari of dogs. But when he decides it's time to go running down the hallway, you would think he's a Maserati or something. And then the rest of the time, he's just a little blonde Chihuahua with a white face. Yeah. All the color aging out of that face. I'm in trouble today. I ate up my beef hot dogs without saving some for him. Which means I have an appetite. I have to go shop a little bit after my class tomorrow. Oh yeah, somebody mentioned Canada Day is either close by this weekend or happened yesterday or today. I'm not sure which. Doesn't matter. Happy Canada Day. People need things that put a smile on their face. And I kind of want to mention that Coach Steven and Richard Smith, the Keto Pro, next weekend, I think, they said next weekend, they've got a crazy long 24-hour live stream coming up. And some of the bigger names will be checking in. So I hope everyone else will too. Now, I was just in there cooking some hot dogs, and I didn't do anything special. I didn't even bring them out and put them on the grill, because I wasn't sure what the heat was at when I started cooking it. And it was hot enough earlier, I didn't want to burn my feet. I did give a full can of water to the potted plants. I'll give him some more in the morning. That little cute little dog. I think that nail right there needs cut as badly as the others. Yes, it does. And maybe this one. Yeah, I might be forgiven. I just poked at his paws a little bit and he didn't reactively jerk them away from me. Dog owner things. working that nose for all it's worth. I'm thinking about getting a clipper set I saw on Amazon. It's supposed to be pretty quiet and less startling, and take down the dreadlocks around the ears and clean up the backs of the legs and all that stuff. And hopefully he won't go nuts on me. I mean, he's always had groomers that volunteered not to be his groomers anymore, vets that have volunteered not to be his vets anymore. And I'm kind of okay with that on the vet side, because they have been proving that the rabies immunization is effective far longer than they want owners to really think. And if you get a shot 1 year and you're good for 4 or 5 years, you shouldn't have to just go back in every year. And this guy's not wandering a 2-mile vicinity with no tags on. He lives in the house where it's air conditioned. I come out with him because so much scares him. He behaves well on a leash. That's what the puppy training was for. Good boy. He's sniffing around, making sure no other dog has been peeing in his space. Oh. And since I have already eaten today, I will need, when I go back in, to reach into the freezer, grab some stuff, put it down in the refrigerator to start thawing. And tomorrow will be covered. I'm looking at the trees. There is a breeze tonight, but it seems to be about 30 feet up. I shouldn't say tonight. It's not dark yet. The sun is still hitting on the trees across the street. I don't have a tree, but I'm looking all down the way, and there's plenty of sun on those trees. Someone's pushing limits. He's going up next to Loki's truck. Much farther, and I'll have to call him. Hey, buddy, I see where you're at. somebody in a live stream chat was mentioning what they have trouble with, and I suggested Kent Carnivore's channel. His name is not Kent, he lives in Kent, which is southern England, for southeastern England anyway, for those who don't know. Okay, buddy, I'm just gonna drink some water while it's still cool. The ice cube already melted, but the water's cool. Yeah, I'm still kind of psyched out with it. I'm jazzed. I'm thrilled to have moments when I'm not just moving straighter and more easily, but a little faster. They may come when I can sprint again, which I was not really following Sean O'Mara when I started carnivore, but I see his videos now. Of course, Dr. O'Mara recommends sprinting, some ferments if you need them, and Dr. Barry recommends lifting. Gets those shoulders working, you know, large chunks of muscle. And there's the whole walking barefoot thing. What do you do when you have a stroke or a broken leg or something? You put a grounding mat on the foot of your bed. I had it on the head of the bed for a while. Loki didn't like it. But he didn't want that sort of plasticky feeling on his arms and shoulders while he was sleeping. And that's alright. I moved it to the foot of the bed. Sheets have to come off and get washed every now and then anyway, right? So across the foot of the bed it goes, and he still gets the benefit of grounding, even when he's tied to his desk all day, because he still has 2 days a week when he's working from home. All I gotta do is fold back covers, and there's the grounding sheet. He's picking up and putting down his phones there all day long, because that's where to put them next to him. Or if I'm reading something, I'll have it turned back on my side of the bed. Throw my feet up there. I'm comfortable. And today I've been in a capri length yoga pants. So, not just my feet, but almost up to my knees. What you doing, buddy? The dog likes to get there too. So maybe he's having some benefit from it. I don't know. Okay, the breeze is blowing a little bit better for where I'm at now. I can even see some grasses and a few twigs of mint kind of being blown a little bit. And this week I should probably be doing some weed eating in the back again. Step on the puffballs. Or get them down to nothing. What's the matter, puppy? Getting some pollen in your eyes? Do we need to go wash a doggy face? He's so little it's hard to avoid it. But he gets Benadryl every night at bedtime. Poor guy. Because if he doesn't get Benadryl, he'll sit there. He'll start a scratch that's back here and he'll bring it all the way down. There. Rub face. Yeah, face rubs matter. Busy nose. I don't know if it shows, but those tiny, tiny little muscles next to the nose, they just don't stop. Yeah, buddy, neighbors are sitting in their car. Actually, the neighbor man and two other men are sitting in a car. And I don't know if they're just talking away from women and children, smoking something, drinking. Doesn't matter, not my business. Oh, puppy. You happy, puppy dog? Now, in the grand scheme of things, I'm not going to claim that the Sorrel products have anything to do with the great strides in recovery that I have seen the last couple of weeks. I'm so glad I'm taking them. And although I did not see as much of what I wanted on the Sciactive joint, I mean, less of the painful popping and clicking I get with the Collagen Active. Awesome. Since I wasn't getting it with the other product, I now have all 4 products that I'm interested in stacked every day. I'm taking the Stem Enhance Ultra. I'm taking the Plasma Flow. I'm taking the Collagen Active. And I'm taking the Sciactive Joint. Now, when I get to the end of the bottle of the Sciactive Joint, I will give myself a little washout time. You know, when you get something out of your system. And that will be a good time for me to evaluate if I want to continue that one. The Stem Enhance Ultra and the Plasma Flow. Really, I like the idea behind those products, and I think they need to be widely available. People need stuff like that. After all, why should I take a big name blood thinner with possible side effects, or even aspirin with possible side effects, if I can take something that'll just help me create the enzyme, or maybe it contains the enzyme, I'm not sure which, that will help me remove fibrin deposits from my venous side of my circulatory tree. The arteries are the outbound side, the veins are the inbound side, where everything comes back to the heart to get pumped and either go out to the lungs or come back from the lungs. I mean, that's a short trip. And then up to your brain and out to your extremities. But every bit of your body has to have circulation. Life gets a little weird when it doesn't. Also gets scary. But, yeah, those two I try really hard not to run out of. The Plasma Flow and the Stem Enhance Ultra. I didn't save any bottles, put some pennies in, shake them at the screen. No, I don't need to do that. I'm telling you, I'll be honest, I tell you what I'm going through. I'm recovering from a stroke. That's not a small thing. It is more recent than the cardiac surgery that semi-retired Bob had. He's recovering nicely from that, I think. He noticed a while back that the pieces of his sternum were not moving like they used to. Nobody needs their sternum to be moving. And he talks about it on his channel. I mean, seriously, go to his channel, Semi-Retired Bob, on YouTube, and follow his carnivore journey. And he's a big one for telling people, whatever you can do, do it. If walking outside to get your newspaper is more exercise than you usually get, then walk out there and get your newspaper at a different time of day than you would walk out to get your mail. My mailbox is a half a mile away, so I don't walk there when the sun is beating down on me and it's hot. I'm not meaning warm, I'm meaning hot. It is not so unusual for this part of Texas to have temperatures over 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we're in the summer, it's going to start being not unusual to have temperatures over 100 Fahrenheit. I will keep doing what I do. I will keep taking the Sorrel products that I have. I keep hoping that somebody I know is going to ask me what I've been doing to lose weight. I don't think I look fantastic, but I'm still jazzed about having a much smaller best dress than I used to. Although I liked the one I had, that was a lot of fabric. And I had not been in a position that I felt that I would sew and bring it in a bit without stitching my hand to the dress. You know, that would be a little on the nutty side. So, I didn't. I washed it, folded it, and sent it off for Goodwill. Now, when I'm looking at things on Amazon, which happens to include yoga pants, t-shirts, things like that, and dresses, I'm like, based on your purchase history, we think you're going to want a 2X in this. No, not anymore. I'm sure at some point I'll be really irritated that comes up a lot. But, right now it's still kind of funny. Now, there are some additional channels I want to recommend to people. I have to look one of them up myself because I have not been out to their channel yet. Bags Packed Family. They like going places, traveling, living in new places. They are on their way to Alaska. And they want to be jumping in some Arctic water while it's theoretically warm enough to do so. So they're traveling north through the contiguous 48 right now. But they're also a carnivore family. I could wish the whole world felt as positive about the carnivore diet as I do. I mean, we say way of eating and lifestyle, and those are probably the better options because a diet implies that you're going to go off of it at some point. And they're wanting to get up there, and they'll probably reach out to Bill Knott for a little introduction to life in Alaska. Sorry, mosquito on my wrist. I don't know if they're going to be anywhere near Willow, Alaska, though. I mean, it's a big state. They might find someplace else they want to be before they get anywhere near Willow. That's okay. Jen and Carrie and the girls are looking forward to getting up there. Ooh, a high plane airplane. High wing. Single engine, conventional tail. Fixed gear. It's a tail dragger. When I say something's a tail dragger, I mean it doesn't have a full tripod that it sits on with a nose wheel and two back wheels, and the tail stays up. I mean, when they land and they go to park it, the front gear is going to touch first while the tail's still flying, and then the tail's going to set down. And it's a conventional tail, not a T-tail. On aircraft, you'll occasionally see a V-tail, a T-tail. Most often you'll see one that's more like an inverted T. It's got an upright, and then down below the upright, it's got the little cross piece. But up at the front of the plane, where the wings are up above, not down below. I could not see his call sign from where I'm sitting, but that's all right. Teach your kids to spot airplanes and spot what's different about each of them. And there are still plenty of twin-engine airplanes in the world. One of the first things I notice is where the wings are and if it's one engine or two. Yeah, puppy. You're looking at me funny. Yep. The sun is getting lower and the refracted light is getting a little dimmer. Sounds like somebody's running an edger, a weed eater. Yeah, puppy, he's just getting some trash out. I think I'll get fewer mosquito bites if I go ahead and in the house. And I might be doing another premiere soon, or next weekend, because having a reliable pattern of when you have a live chat, whether you're live streaming or having a premiere, it seems to be what gets people in. I do want to have more people coming in, because it's awesome. Every now and then I get a comment, and that's awesome. And I kind of need to know, should I talk more about the gym? Should I talk more about Tai Chi? And it is gentle exercise, but maybe not so much where I go. I mean, it's still gentler exercise than being in the Kung Fu and Jiu-Jitsu programs. You want to go see? There's a small dog in the yard. Potentially a male. You gonna go see him? Because otherwise we just go in the house. He's not barking. And there was a little bit of a wag. And there is a supervising mommy here, which kind of has the other dog freaked out. They're minding their manners. A little bit of wagging. Come on back, Dyson. Dyson. He rushed. And that... Dyson. I had to go get him, but the other dog hasn't wandered off either. But yeah, I had mentioned Bags Packed Family. They're traveling and they're meeting people as they go. And that's cool. And they're on their way to someplace I have never been. I like the Pacific. Jumping in the ocean sounds great. I don't know if I want to jump in the Arctic. Because that's... I mean, even if they get there during the hottest part of the summer, that might be some really cold water. A little bit braver about cold plunge temperature waters a long time ago. I don't know if I'm so interested now. But I think we're going to go in just so that he's not tempted to run the neighborhood with other dogs. I mean, if he needs other dog that badly, we'll get him a dog. Because the cat's not living up to his end of that. We got him a cat a long time ago. Sit down, puppy. He's looking for it now, that little poodly looking dog. No, Mommy, I don't want to talk to the phone. Find me my friend. He rushed to that thing. I was kind of hoping bad behavior would not start. But when he doesn't hear my voice telling me, come on back, then that's the bad behavior right there. He needs to always hear my voice no matter what. Because if I'm calling him to me, he might be too close to a scorpion or a snake. Facts. Just where we live. And I would like to be further out, more rural, where snakes are more of a concern, and brown recluse and scorpions. Does not sound wonderful, but not having every weekend ruined by other people's music that I don't want to hear, and not having my yard full of disposable plates and cups and chip bags and whatever else that other people have been eating from. I don't need that. I don't need to wonder if my home is going to be burnt to the ground because some idiot thinks drinking and fireworks are a good mix. I'm also glad not to be working in the emergency room. When I had my rating, that was one of the things I was thinking of. But no. There are some things even I don't want to do. Yeah, puppy. You're a good boy. Are you getting some more dog breath? Do I need to have that lamb steak soon and watch you go at the bone? Gotta scrape those teeth occasionally. Can't let you chew on sticks. Not after the way that one got you. Most people know how dogs' faces are built. And when this guy chewed on a fishing pole, he got a fish hook up the lip into the whisker pad and forward. Poor guy. That was a long night at the emergency vet. Yeah, I think we're gonna go in, dog. We're gonna go in. Everybody, be a decent human. If you're inclined to pray, pray for people. If meditation is your bag, send some good energy out into the world. It's worth the time to think about others. Turn around, puppy dog. We're gonna go in. He's like, wait a minute, no. Wanted to play chase? No, we're gonna go play in the house now. Alright, y'all take care. Grandma loves you and wants you to be okay. Bye-bye.